Good morning, pupils. Good morning, student. The fractions and decimal, the chapter number 2, equivalent fractions. In the fractions and decimals, fractions are the two integers a and b, and in form of a upon b. B is non-zero, it is the fractions, and the features of the fractions are equivalent fraction. Equivalent fractions, a given fraction 2 upon 3 is a given fraction, and the fraction obtained by multiplying. A fraction is obtained by multiplying or dividing. It is given fraction. It is dividing by 2 with the numerator and 2 with denominator equal to 9 upon 12, and the multiplying or dividing its numerator and denominator by the same non-zero number called equivalent fractions. A given fraction and the fraction obtained by the multiplying or dividing its numerator or denominator by the same non-zero number are called the equivalent fractions. This is given fractions. We multiply by numerator with numerator and denominator by 3. The obtained fraction is 6 upon 9. Again, we multiply by 4 with numerator and 4 with denominator. Then we find the 8 upon 12. The 2 upon 3, 6 upon 9, 8 upon 12 are the equivalent fractions. 18 upon 24 equal to 18 divided by 2 and 24 divided by 2 equal to 9 upon 12 is 18 upon 12 equal to 9 upon 12 are the equivalent fractions. Comparison of fractions. Why we comparison with the fractions which is greater and which fraction is smaller? It is the comparison of fractions. The comparison of fractions. Rule first. There are 3 rules for comparison of the fractions. First rule is when the fractions have same denominator. Fractions have same denominator 11, 11, 8, 8, 7, 7. The fractions with greater numerator is greater. It means 9 is greater numerator than 7. Then the 9 upon 11 is greater fraction than 7 upon 11. 3 upon 8 is greater than 1 upon 8. 5 upon 7 is greater than 3 upon 7. Rule number second. Rule number second is, what says the rule number second? When the fractions have same numerator. Same numerator means 3, 3, 7, 7, 5, 5. The fractions with greater denominator is smaller. It means the 7 is greater denominator from the 7. 11 is greater than 9. 14 is greater than 12. So the 3 upon 5 is less than a smaller fraction of 3 upon 5. 7 upon 11 is smaller than 7 upon 9. 5 upon 14 is smaller than 5 upon 12. The rule number 3. What is said? The rule number 3. The rule number 3 says that when the fractions have different denominator and numerator, no match numerator and no match denominator each other, then we multiply with non-zero number to make the denominator same. Then apply rule number 1. For example, 3 upon 5 and 7 upon 8. We multiplying non-zero number by with denominator and multiply non-zero number to make the denominator is same. So we multiply by 8 with the numerator and add with the denominator. 24 upon 40 and 7, 5 upon 5 multiplied by numerator and 5 multiplied by denominator, it makes 35 upon 40. The denominator is same. Now 35 upon 40 and 25 upon 40, which is the greater? By the rule number first, when the fractions have same denominator 40 40, same denominator, the fractions with greater numerator is greater numerator is 35. So the 35 upon 40 is greater than 24 upon 40. The 35 and 40 denoted to 7 upon 8, 7 upon 8 and 24 upon 40 is denoted to 3 upon 5. Hence the 7 upon 8 is greater than the 3 upon 5. The next is a note is for the understand is better the comparison of fractions. A note is, what is the note? Note is the note in general in general, if A upon B and C upon D are two fractions, if A upon B and C upon D are two fractions, then the first, what is the first said? First it says that A upon B equal to greater than C upon D. A upon B and is greater than C upon D if AD greater than BC. AD greater than BC. Number second, A upon B equal to C upon D. A upon B equal to C upon D if AD equal to BC. AD equal to BC. The third is A upon B less than C upon D. A upon B less than C upon D if AD less than DC. AD less than DC. AD less than BC, sorry. AD less than BC. BC. It is the greater rule and smaller rule. Lowest terms of a fractions. Lowest fraction of a lowest terms of a fraction. Lowest terms of a fraction is a fraction A upon B is said to be a fraction A upon B is said to be in lowest term in irreducible if HCF of A and B is 1. If A upon B is a fraction and the lowest form of A upon B, if their HCF of A and B is 1, then it is called the lowest form of example. Example is reduce 78 upon 338 to its lowest term, terms. HCF of 78 solution. HCF of 78 and 338 is 26. We divided by we divided by 26 to 78 and 26 to 38, then it makes, if we divide by 26 of 78 is 3 upon 30. This is the lowest terms of the fraction. Lowest terms of a fraction. Thus, 78 upon 338, 3038 in its lowest terms, in its lowest terms, lowest terms is 3 upon 30, is 3 upon 30. Okay. Thus way, the lowest terms of a fraction, then a same number is divided by the numerator and the same number is divided by denominator, then we obtain the fractions is the lowest terms. First we take to reduce the fractions to its lowest terms, we divided by its HCF to both numerator and denominator, then we obtain fractions. It is called the lowest terms of fractions. Okay. Thank you.